Zach, I must say it's a very good question. We've done some seminars on the SAM, on the methodological approaches to the study of African history. Uh, so these methodological approaches have not been conclusive so far, and we've been doing about 4 of them. There is the oral testimonies that we normally record stories, the oral traditions from among communities and such like stuff. We also have the archaeological perspective, which we do archaeological documentation. We also have the genetic side of it. We normally there are some genetic data banks that are used to map people, but that's just on the question of identity. And then we also have the linguistic approach, which is actually pairing people according to their language and especially origins. There are some theories about the Egyptology theory, where people migrated from Egypt, they came all the way there, others like that. Uh, so among these 4 methodological approaches, linguistic, oral testimonies, genetics, and archaeological, I think like we are at a crossroad in trying to write our own history, especially that is really authentic, aside from the colonial perspectives. So if you look at it critically, you'll find that most of our histories have been written by the colonial scholars. From the anthropological point of view, where you had works for from people like Malinowski and several other historians. We've been very lazy. So to say that can we get our own history from the pre-colonial period up to now that is quite authentic needs a lot of work, knowing that the sources, if you go the oral testimony way, the sources are already dead, most of them, and trying to rebuild from those ones also needs a lot of work. But I would say, where do we find our history? We can find our history in our own oral testimonies from our own people, which we can meticulously construct, especially from the living generation of the elders, both men and women, or away from the urban areas and from the dilution by the Western education and also other cultural aspects like Christianity. It's quite possible in certain communities that have not seen real aspects of modernization to reconstruct our own history from oral testimonies. But then we must be very careful to differentiate between the written history and the oral history. Most of our own history now is to a large extent oral.